about social media. I've you and I have hung around in the same. Huh?
I follow you on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You and I
so
kind of hang out in the same, or have talked to some of the same people and adopted some strategies when it comes to communication, a little bit of team building stuff, a little bit of kind of brand enhancement stuff. What do you think? I have strong opinions on this, but what do you think the network...
So does Todd Smith.
Does he?
Yeah, real strong.
What do you think the network marketing distributor is doing wrong online?
Pitching. Dude, it's social media. It's not marketing media. If you want to come in there, it's like going to, I always tell my people to be coachable. That was one of the first points that I made to you. But one of the things that I do in building a brand, I brought in an outside consultant for 9 months. He worked with me, a guy by the name of Scott Bedbury. He's the one that came up with Just Do It for Nike. Howard Schultz hired him away when he had 300 stores at Starbucks. He took him to 8,000 stores. He's the one that came up with the third destination between home and office. And I get coached by him. Social media. I hook up with a guy, Gary Vaynerchuk, who has a little. Yeah, he is very outspoken. Doesn't like our space at all. I'm trying to convince him that we're not all bad people out there, but he doesn't really like network marketing because of the actions of a lot of distributors out there that just they haven't been coached properly. They mean well, but their technique needs improvement. And when I got a lot of people following me on Twitter and friending me up on Facebook. I think I've got almost 4,000 friends on Facebook, and I accept everybody. I don't not accept anybody. Right. Maybe old girls, I won't accept them.
Good idea.
But I see people and they're pitching on my wall, different deals, and I'm thinking to myself, who would respond to this? One guy, and so he joined a group. It was like a network marketing professional group or something, and he's pitching on a clear pyramid scheme. I mean, just clear. And I just wrote him back. I said, dude, you are hurting this industry, and I am out. I mean, this is a clear pyramid scheme. And I just don't know the mindset of somebody that would respond to somebody just blatantly pitching. The one thing that I got from Gary, I got a lot of things from Gary, but the one thing I got from Gary is you've got to use this. It's kind of like a big cocktail party, and when you're in on Twitter or on Facebook, it's like you're going to a cocktail party. And if you visualize, because people can get their head around that, you visualize going to a cocktail party. If you were sitting there pitching people as you came up to every little group of people getting together, who in the heck would want to hang out with you? Approximately zero. And so the biggest thing I got from Gary is, first off, you got to care about people first and foremost. And when you care about people, then they will care about what is important to you. It's not the other way around. And so the biggest mistake I see from social media is people, and we do a really good job with our brand partners to position them for social media to accomplish three things. Number one, reconnect with old friends. Number two, strengthen existing relationships. And the third is to develop new relationships. And that's what you use social media for. And as soon as you can, take an online relationship and bring it offline and talk. Because, one of the things that people understand is that our business model is a few to a few. I had Gary do a keynote at my convention in January, and he was like, when I started with 15 hours a day on the computer, my eyes were bleeding. It was on, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, if my people think to be successful, they got to do 15 hours on the computer, my sales, excuse me, are going to go in the dump. So I was quick to point out that in Gary's model, it's just him. Right. In our model, we duplicate ourselves. Right. And so it's a few to a few. And so it's social media, not marketing media. And that's the biggest thing that I see happening. And when somebody pitches on my wall, I just hide them, and they never are heard from again. And so I don't know if they realize there's ramifications to that, but I'm sure that if they got people that they friended up and they're getting hidden too, and so they're killing the whole social media, the power behind social media. 200 million people joined Facebook last year. Joined Facebook. 200 million people. They're the third biggest country in the world, and behind India and China. And to have your voice silenced on there because you do not understand that you got to care about people before they give a crap about what you care about. See, I'm swearing. I'm like Gary Vaynerchuk. So I just think that I'm doing a talk at Video Plus University on social media, and I'm building it around the book. Everything I learned from kindergarten. Yep. And a lot of similarities, because everything I learned about social media, I learned from network marketing. It is the biggest validation of the power of our industry that's ever happened on this planet. It validates the power of being able to person to person, networking, communication, and in this industry, the one that communicates the best wins, and you cannot be the winner if you're pitching people all the time, because nobody wants to hear it. Right. And the people that want to hear it, you don't want them in your business anyways, because they're probably some pathetic losers.
Somebody that's going to jump on some quick pitch. What I ask people is, how many of your Facebook friends have you ever talked to on the phone? And so you start thinking about that, and like, are these people really friends? And that's number one. Number two, diving in and pitching is crazy. I'll give you one comment on Gary, and Gary and I are friends. We talk about this stuff. The thing about Gary is he thinks he knows network marketing cold, and he doesn't have the first clue. I mean, like what we know about wine compared to what he knows about wine, that's the difference between what he knows about network marketing versus what he thinks he knows about network marketing, which is funny. So I love the guy. He's a good guy. He's got his opinions. That's shaped a lot by the perception that's out there in the marketplace, not shaped by reality, and it's our job to change that perception.